Good morning, everybody. It is December 30th, Saturday, 2017. Welcome to the Hangout. I am Rosie Murphy. Missy Jen will be wheeling her way in. And we have a beautiful triple lemon overload cake to be tasting today. And a lot of people have described this, Missy Jen, and I think my friend Diane from Sherman Oaks described this as the best. Well, let's get that a little steadier. As the best cake that I make, and I really think that for me, it's my favorite one because I just love the taste of lemon. Hi, Kelly. Nice to see you. Good morning to you, Tara. And we've got. Let me get to Missy Jen to roll on up here and say good morning to all of you.
Good morning, Tara.
There she is. So we're going to say hi to her this morning. So of all the cakes that I bake, this to me is perhaps the tastiest because there's something about lemon, Missy Jen, that just bam, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's very refreshing, and it's a flavor that dominates other flavors, which I really like in a cake. Normally this cake, which uses the Ina Garten recipe from Food Network, would use vanilla also in the cake batter, but I don't do that on here because I want to let the citrus notes of the lemon shine through. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda. Good morning.
Yeah, how's your scurvy for Tara? Like she thought she had scurvy last month.
Ooh, that's a sailor's
Yeah,
disease.
I guess Tara's been out on the high seas or something like that.
On the ship.
I'm gonna have a seat for a minute. We'll chat a little bit. I'm gonna get a couple across in front of Missy Jen rudely here. I'm gonna get a couple pours. It's not going to be a long hangout because I'm going to be on the air this afternoon here at 5 p.m. And I've got a ton of stuff to edit here.
Yes,
you know?
there's a lot of video material.
Yeah, there's just a ton of video coming your way.
That we shot in the last few days.
Yeah, Missy Jen's going to be doing a discussion of her initial thoughts on flying. Let's see, Sunshine Max said, Jen, why don't you break down and buy some house slippers? That's a good idea. I always ask Jen to not be around in bare feet, but she's a hillbilly, Sunshine Max, so I don't know what to tell you, honey. That's just the way. That's the way she rolls on here. Let me adjust my settings on here. A little bit of let's bring that in a little bit. Okay, let's, yeah, I guess we're going to be on that one. I don't know. Let's see if we can switch to the other camera here. Yeah, let's see. Put that on video mode. Just doing some adjusting here. All right. I think that's got it now. Yeah, I think that's it's better. Here, I guess that's the one that we're on. I don't know. This thing is kind of a mess. We'll see. Maybe not. I'll cut that there. Okay. Good morning, Nicole. Yeah, Jen. Nicole's like, you have my permission to fondle the cake for Jen now. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, yeah, I haven't gotten the flu either. Yeah, neither way. We'd probably go too hard around here to get a flu. To be honest, there's just too much to do. But anyway, we got special video coming up this week for some of our subscribers, and the stuff we haven't done for a long time. Yeah, everybody's got scurvy now, Kelly. Isn't it amazing? Thank you very much, Linda. This cake turned out beautifully.
Yes.
I want to thank Nicole for being here last night and hanging with me for 3 hours modding this operation. It turned out great here, I think, but the proof of the pudding will be in the tasting, and that's the key. So. Yeah, what else we got, Jen? I'm going to have up on this channel your initial thoughts on flying the drone. You guys saw my little drone. I just smashed that thing right into a wall within less than 3 seconds. trying to fly that. So the drone is going to add a lot of great video
Yes,
to what we do
indeed.
here. Everywhere we go in the country, from the coast to San Francisco to Los Angeles, within the bounds of safety and allowed regulations, the drone will be.
I'll tie Rosie to the drone and then
Yeah,
send her up.
it's like Nicole said, keep
And
Rosie.
then Rosie will be with the microphone reporting live from the air today. So Rosie goes, what do you see from up there?
You know, we have a
Exciting.
really good working relationship. Jen says, "I'll fly the drone, then I'll hand the SD card to you. You pick out music, you edit the video,
That's right.
and pop it on up." So it seems to work out. Pretty good, because that's a very expensive drone. It's the top of the line. It's the best one that's available for commercial use in the marketplace right now. But Jen, it's nice to fly too.
It's really nice to fly, yeah.
And because it has the interactive, you could have bought it that you use your cell phone to control it, but we've heard horror stories of interferences and communications problems. And this one has a dedicated controller with a set frequency, and it's very interactive. It tells you, hey, you're starting to lose. There's a lot of radio traffic here. Beware, there's a lot of cross signals.
Yeah.
This thing's very good at sensing what's going on. And we were over at Burn area flying a drone in Santa Rosa. And of course, there's a lot of two-way communication going on, Jen, with cleanup crews communicating with each other, and a lot of two-way radio. And it was kind of warning us beware, because the signal is being interrupted, which was good. But I think the nice thing about the drone, and I don't want to make this all about the drone, is I think when you lose contact with it after a certain period of time, it just automatically will return to its point of origin, which is nice.
It's got a lot of safety features.
It's got a lot of safety features. It's got a lot of built-in intelligence in it, which is great. It's got collision avoidance, and we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Yeah, Diane's down in Sherman Oaks down there, so that's a place we're definitely looking to go. She's up a couple exits from Mulholland Drive on the 405, the Hollywood Freeway. So let's see, Roger, that's really serious. I have one now, and I know that I get one. I have it. You have to have a dedicated controller. You'll find people that have problems with the flying drones are people that are trying to do it on the cheap with the cell phone.
A lot of people get some of the, yeah, well, I don't want to go into the price ranges, but there are some pricey drones that you still have to fly with the cell phone. And you got to remember, you have this flat, smooth surface, and you have to, with a fingertip, control the drone, and all it takes is a slip with a finger, and that could mean the end of a drone that costs a significant amount of money. And nothing beats good old joysticks, turn wheels.
Not Hollywood Freeway, sorry.
With the fingertips. So
yeah, it's got joysticks, which makes it a lot better to control. But it's the integrated controller adds $300 to the package.
Actually,
but it gives you a big peace of mind.
This drone here is the first of a kind that DJI now brought out that has the integrated display that is added to the controller, and you don't require a cell phone, so you don't have the problem with the cell phone draining your batteries. You don't have the problem with your cell phone having any kind of wireless Wi-Fi signal loss. or any kind of other malfunction.
Yeah,
So,
you're only as good as your cell phone carrier, and if you're out trying to fly this in a place with beautiful nature where there's not a lot of
right.
cell towers around, you're going to be kind of screwed.
So this thing,
you know,
you update it basically, or whenever you have Wi-Fi, you update basically your firmware, your software, make sure you have the newest software firmware up on this, and then you are good to go. You don't need to have any wireless signal or anything. You can fly anywhere in the country that you're permitted to fly, and
I think the nice thing too, we got an update package for the drone. And I think the update package automatically builds in limitations where it senses on a GPS that you're entering, you can't enter space where it's restricted. In other words, it's automatically going to stop you when you hit the restricted airspace within an airport zone or something like that, which I think is pretty nice.
Airport zones.
It might restrict your height. It might automatically do a few other things on there, because anytime you fly above 400 feet, you get a warning that comes up on the screen that you understand FAA strongly advises 400-foot height limits, and if you want to exceed 400 feet, you can, but you have to check a little disclaimer box that you'll be responsible for what happens at your flight above 400 feet, and then you're permitted to go on and ride.
Right.
Yeah, it helps keep you out of trouble, Linda, and that was part of an update package that went into it. So, well, that's the drone. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the cake a little bit and what makes the cake special. This cake is infused. I went out to the garden yesterday afternoon, and I picked about eight of our Meyer lemons, and I love our lemon tree. Meyer lemons are so good. They have so much juice inside of them. They're so wonderful to bake with. And I ended up last night removing the outer, what they call the zest on that. Yeah, Nicole said Rosie will be in trouble regardless. Probably. That's why Jen just, she hides the controller in there. There's no way I can fly no way I can fly it if I want to. She's like, not in those grubby, fat little hands, that thing is going to be flying. But picking our own Meyer lemons are very juicy, zesting them, getting the outer, which is really where the flavor is in a lemon, getting all of that outer yellow, the lemon zest off of that, and then juicing them yielded about probably a cup and a half of lemon juice. So I was able to take a half a cup of lemon juice, put it right into the batter of the cake, and then reserve half a cup for infusing. When we were all done and it cooled down, the big risk, of course, is taking it out of the punch pan. You got to wait till it cools down a lot, and then you infuse that with a mixture of sugar and lemon, spooning that right onto the cake. And finally, you make the lemon glaze. I reserve some of the zest on top, and so this thing is going to be very, very zesty. So I think I'm going to go ahead now. We'll get a couple forks out here.
And the beauty is you made that out with homegrown lemons from the venture, right?
Yeah, these are our own Meyer lemons. Yeah,
on the venture grown Meyer lemons.
Meyer lemons, which are the really juicy kind of lemons.
I watered them trees all year round. Only the
Jen takes care of them during the year, keeps them watered so they're nice and juicy. It's nice now too. We haven't had any rain, which sounds horrible here, but last winter was so terrible with the rains that I'm enjoying the dry. It's cold, but I'm enjoying the dry December, and it's been good because anytime it would rain this time of year, all of a sudden the fruit would swell up and crack because of the moisture. So this is kind of preserving the fruit very nicely. We've got Valencias, lemons, tangerine, all kinds of things out there.
That sure helps also with the cleanup, with the fire cleanup.
Yeah, it helps them clean about 30%. Sites, we'll be doing some good video footage from over one of the burn areas, and it's amazing how much they had to remove. Every foundation had to be taken out, every one of them, and then they had to remove 6 inches of soil off of each site. Had to scrape 6 inches of soil off to repair. We're talking about big jobs. We're talking about a massive effort here on an enormous scale. And we have one company here, Gelati Construction, that does a lot of high-rise stuff. They're the only people that have the volume of equipment needed to do this job. And even then, they brought in massive amounts of equipment. Let's see, apricots are like that. Too much rain and they blow up. Exactly. Yeah, you make something with your own produce and you know what goes into it. So Missy Jen, I'm going to give her a fully lemonized piece here. Let's get that first piece out of here. Okay. There it is. It's got the nice color to it. Plenty of lemon on it. So Missy Jen, enjoy. There we go. So we'll let her fire away on that cake. Nicole says, Rosie, I made spinach and vegetables, spilled my fish sauce out. Oh man, when you spill, oh man, when you spill fish sauce, my ex-mother-in-law did that in China. What a stink. Okay, she's gonna give that a whirl here. Get some of that nice flavoring. It turned out good. It has a nice crumb to it. It's a pound cake consistency. So yeah, we're gonna give that a whirl. I didn't over bake it. I wanted it to stay moist inside there. So I'm being slammed with that lemon right now. You're pucker.
That is really, really lemony. Oh, that's great. It's really nice, soft.
This is a cake that you would want to serve summertime at a barbecue, like a picnic or something.
There's a really good zang to it. I love that.
Let's see. No donation required. It says there's so much sand in northern Africa that if it were spread out, it would completely cover the Sahara Desert. And I'm going to ponder that all day now. So, okay, let's go ahead and sample this up. Plenty moist.
Yeah, that tastes
I'm not even on the top of it. I'm just in the cake itself, and it's intensely.
It's very intensely lemony, and it's very nice, very delicious.
So when I call that a triple lemon overload cake, that's exactly what it is. It's very overloaded with the lemon.
If anybody knows those little lemon drops,
I got to make this cake, Linda. You get a bun pan.
kind of reminds me a little bit about those lemon drops. They're like.
You ever have? You remember that candy, lemon head?
Yeah.
The little yellow candies. It's almost like a lemon head. So
yeah.
Nicole says, "I'll take 3 slices." Well, I guess you earned it after last night. So. I saw that, Diane. Thank you, sweetie. Okay, thank you, Joseph. Ooh, you're up late, 2 a.m. Ooh. This is like a lemon drop. I think what really makes it is spooning that lemon syrup into the cake after it's cooled and then glazing that. Yeah. This is the one, Diane. And it cuts beautifully and it serves beautifully. You consider that like a restaurant quality cake, you know, especially the nice tight pound cake crumb, which is very important. You want that to have the density. And that comes from properly creaming the butter and the sugar on there. You've got to do that. Missy Jency's good eating ahead this week.
Yes, it's really, really light. So this is one of those cakes where you can eat 2, 3, 4 pieces.
Nice tight pound.
And you don't feel like you're heavy in your stomach.
Exactly. Exactly. Lemon is just a very refreshing flavor. I think in terms of flavors, almond and lemon for me are tied at #1. Then coconut, and then #3 would be vanilla, and then #4 would be chocolate flavor to me. I just love coconut. I love almond, and I love lemon. You know, pecan really doesn't have. You know, you can't buy an infusion of pecans, so yeah, it's really good. Your family would really dig it, Nicole.
And the icing really gives a really nice touch. When you hit
That's
the
as good as it
icing,
gets.
it really gives another extra kick of lemon.
Let's see. Diane says my grandma used to make lemon sponge cake. Never made a sponge cake. You know, I don't think I have. I made the angel food cake, and that really turned out good too. The Susie angel food cake was really good. It was very light, wasn't it, Jen?
It was light. I ate. How much did I eat in that one day? Almost a half of the cake. And I didn't feel full at all.
That's what a angel food cake is, mostly egg whites. There's no butter in it at all.
Yeah, this is
You want another little piece?
amazing. Yes, please. This is one of those cakes, once again. When you eat one piece, you must have another piece. It's just so delicious. Lemony delicious.
Yeah, it's good. Thank you, Tara. We'll make one when you come up. We'll have one when you get up there, when you get up here to the rancho. Hey, Susan. You have to say this is why this is my. I bake probably 50 different cakes. Probably baked 100 times, repeated some. This one I've made about 4 times on the various channels, and far and away remains my favorite. I don't know if it has egg white or not, Rose. Maybe only a Jewish cake. I think sponge cake is like an angel food. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Susan's like, watch the glucose. One time I thought I was getting diabetes. Wasn't that funny? I went in the morning. I tested my blood sugar. It was like 70. It was like 73 or something. Oh, we'll make a 6-layer chocolate fudge cake. Oh man, that's Nicole. Wow. I did Nicole's vegan cake. That was very challenging. And that turned out pretty good.
Who's going to eat that? Oh my God.
Yeah, 6-layer chocolate fudge cake. That's very difficult. Rosie's left testicle says, I'm telling you, you have to publish the bottom of the YouTube cookbook. Woo! There's your editor, Rosie's left testicle on there. That's funny. That's a hoot. I don't know. I think Nicole and I are really. I don't think you want Elvis in there with that slop on the burners and the Lisa Marie. Let's see, Rosie. I challenge you. There we go. It's like a Food Network challenge, right? The Kitchen Stadium. Now, when you make a multi-layer cake, there are several ways to do that. One way is to you have to make 3 different cakes and then split them which is exceedingly difficult to split them across the even and make across the middle laterally and make them even. Or you use six different pans and make six different different levels. Yeah, Nicole was she was hardcore for a couple of years, and I was very glad to see her move out of that phase, because I think she's healthier and has a better glow to her and a better look to her. Not that she didn't before, but you just tell that meat is good for you. There's
yeah, I've had a vegan married a uncle of mine, and they had two kids together, and the entire family was vegan. And I remember they all looked very sick, very sickly. They were all very skinny and pale, and it was almost like there was something just not right with them. They didn't look like.
You know, we're gonna fly the drone, Nicole, and start dropping meat over Manchester. They'll love me. Oh man, the footballers will love that. You all the best. Very interesting. Thank you. Well, you're going to be very happy this week, Susan. I started when you made the moonshine. Thank you. Yeah. Well, your ship has come in. Something that we did recently over the Christmas holidays. We only do it once a year, but yeah. Well, I wasn't well. I started eating meat again. Yeah, it's good on you.
There's that protein that the body just needs.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I mean, I can see the benefits of a vegan and vegetarian diet, but I can see meat in moderation, and Nicole's doing it the best way, because if you cook Asian style, you go to Asia. I was all over China, Taiwan, every place that you could go into China, and I never saw a steak ever. What they do is they take a little bit of meat and they put it in their dishes, and it makes it very nice and flavors it up. Okay, Diane says, I see. I've been a vegetarian for about 5 years. I eat a lot of cheese. That's good. It's good for you. You got to get that. You got to get that protein somewhere. So good on you, Diane. And hopefully we're going to be seeing Diane at the end of January down there. That'll be cool. It'd be great to see her. Asian style is the best way to have personal preference. I think it is. I mean, I ate that 5 years. I probably went to China weighing about 175 pounds, and I came back weighing about 150 pounds and very healthy coming back. You just don't feature a lot of meat. There's a lot of fresh vegetables. The food's bought fresh every day and cooked every day. They go to the wet markets and buy that, and then come home and cook that up. All the chickens are live and they're rendered right there. And Greek yogurt. Yeah, we're going to meet wherever that restaurant that you wanted down there. Diane, that's where we're going to meet. We got a lot of people to see in the Los Angeles area. I've got a lot of family. I've got a lot of friends in LA. Yep, balance. That's it. That's it. Absolutely balance. That's the key to the whole deal, is to be balanced. Like I said, I never saw a big piece of meat put in front of anybody. There was always buying a little bit of pork, a little bit of beef, a little bit of chicken, and then using that in dishes. Balance is the key. Okay, well, we're not going to be on a long hangout today. I will see you guys tonight back here in about, what, Jen, 6 hours and 45 minutes. I've got a ton of video I haven't even finished Vegas yet. We're coming to the conclusion of that. I've got to make, what do I got to make, Jen? 3 cinematic Vegas things that I shot some totally separate video. to do some cinematic Vegas stuff. So I'm gonna need to do that too. Best Pizza in LA. It's not the nicest area, but it was. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Well, okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, love you, Nicole. Thank you for. Thanks again for modding. I'll see you tonight if you're awake. I mean, I know you got. I like the schedule you're on. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for being along, Diane, Sharon, everybody. Appreciate you being here, Linda, Francine, Caribou, everybody, Darther, Sweetie, Joseph Kane. Get a real good sleep there,
Yeah,
Joseph.
get some rest, Joe. Good night.
Bye,
Love
everybody.
ya.